Hello everyone and welcome to another review with me, Ferris. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Earthrise Ironworks. Now I wasn't sure if I was going to pick this guy up, but he went down in price a little bit, so I thought I'd grab him because he does look quite cool. And I have got a few other of the weaponizers, so... Right, let's have a look at the box as usual. He is of course part of the War for Cybertron trilogy, Earthrise, and he is Ironworks. We've got this lovely artwork down the side. If you've seen any of my other reviews, you will know that I absolutely adore the artwork on these boxes. It is fantastic. Although, probably would have preferred his robot mode down here. But hey ho, beggars can't be choosers. And here's the Earthrise artwork that's on all the packages. Again, this is gorgeous. And here's the bit at the back. Not really very much to say there, although you can see that he's in this crane mode. I really don't know. I don't have the MicroMaster, the original Micro... Well, I've got part of it. I've got the little truck that comes with it, but I don't have any of this bit. So, yeah, he's, he does this. I'm sorry, I know nothing about this character. Most of them I can go, oh yeah, you know, it's this, this and this, but I know nothing about this guy other than the fact that in the G1 toy line he was a MicroMaster. That's literally all I know about him. But anyway, I just think he looks like a cool little robot. So, alright, we've had a look at the box, so I'll crack him open and we'll have a look at him out of the box. Okay, so here's Ironworks out of his box, and before we get to the figure itself, let's have a look at what he comes with. So let's just move him out of the way. So he comes with the map piece, and I do have another one of these here, so let's see where we are. This time we are on Velocitron. Or if you go by the Japanese continuity like I do, Speedia. So there's that. He comes with his instructions. And he comes with one little gun. Let's go back and focus, there we go. Or two even smaller guns. Sure if that's the same as the one that came with Sideswipe. No, I think it's slightly different. There you go, nice little gun there. Right, let's bring Ironworks back in. And let's get in close here. Yeah, he's a nice little figure, he's a nice little weaponizer. Let's have a look at his face. We can get in. Yeah, he's basically just got a red face and a red visor. I'm not quite sure if that's accurate. Hold on, let me have a look. It's modelled after this dude, so let's have a look. We can get in. Yeah, I think that's right. Albeit this one's got more of a face and this one's a face plate, so yeah, that's not too bad, that's quite good. He's got a nice little Autobot logo there on his chest, just there, and you can see on the same on the MicroMaster there, the G1 MicroMaster, it does have that red piece there, and nothing wants to focus. It's got a lot of nice detailing on him, I will say. He does look very nice. He's very yellow though. Oh, there we go. I'm sure somebody is going to do one of those, you know, those horror things, where it always ends with, and he had a hook for a hand. Somebody's got to do one of those, a stop motion one. That lazy eyebrow guy, stop motion, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. He's nicely done. Some nice Nice detailings all down his legs, some red there. And down the back. He's got some holes in his legs there, but that's out of necessity rather than just Hasbro being cheap. So yeah, articulation wise, because he's a weaponizer, he's designed to come apart, but we'll cover the articulation in this mode. His head is on a ball joint, but you can't really do much with it. You can't. He can actually look down a little way, but he can't really look up much. It does rotate though. You can't really get any quizzical. His arms will do a full 360 out to the side. It's on a soft ratchet actually. Upper bicep rotation. Double joint at the elbow. I keep forgetting my words now. Just that paint there looks a bit patchy. I think that could have done with a second coat. It just doesn't look very crisp. But oh well, beggars can't be choosers. This arm's slightly different because this is the one with the hook, so you just get a single joint there and some rotation there. It kind of looks weird, that arm. And the hook rotates. He's kind of got a waist twist, but it's on this. It's on a pin, so you're not actually moving it at the waist. You're sort of moving it at the bum, which is a bit strange. But I suppose it's for his transformation, I guess. His legs will go up. Sorry. His legs will go out to the front. Can't really go out to the back because he's got all this on his back here. Oh, yep, nice big high kick there. I should point out this is on a soft ratchet as well. And he does have a very deep knee joint due to transformation. And his feet will go in and out, but they won't go back and forth. So, yeah. He's got a nice little robot mode. For comparison, I will bring in Cog. So he's about the same sort of size as a regular weaponizer. I'm actually not sure if this should be called a weaponizer because it doesn't actually have any weapons. I mean, I know you can do the same thing. You can, you can use him to add bits on, but I don't know if he's technically a weaponizer. But yeah, he's got a nice little robot mode. I do quite like him. I'm quite glad I've got him now. Actually, he's quite nice. Let's give him his little gun. Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite nice. Very good. Very good. Right, I'm going to have a little play with his alternate modes. And then I will come back and we'll run through them. Alright, so let's have a look at his, I don't even know what you'd call it, constructor mode? I don't know, let's have a look at that first. So basically what you need to do is you just need to rip him apart, like with all of these. So you need to pop the gun apart, take this arm off here, this one, and then you just need to fold this arm up, and then you need to leave these pieces out like that. You take these off the back, and you take his body apart like that. Take his head, rotate it, and push it down. It doesn't go all the way down, it just goes to there. I found it easier if I open this piece up and then just push this peg out because you're going to need it. So just flip that upwards like that. Close that back down, and then you have that, and then you take the legs off, and you're left with this, legs, and then you fold these pieces down like that, and now you have all the component parts you need, and you put in together like so. So you take take this arm piece, and then this goes in here. And then you take the other leg, and that's the same. That peg goes in that hole. So you have this. You take this body part, this bit where his waist is, and this clips onto here. It's a bit tight, so you have that. You take this part. Now the instructions say to put this on near the end, but I found it was easier to do it this way. So you take the gun and you plug it into there. And the reason I found it easier to do it this way is because on the base of the gun there's a little tab, just a little tab, a little peg, and that goes into this hole here. And if you put this on first and then put the gun in, it's difficult to get that in there. So I found it easier to do it this way, and then you just plug those in like that. And you have that. Then you take the other part of the gun and you plug that into there, like so. And then this ramp piece, you can put it anywhere, but the instruction says put it here, so I'm going to put it here for now. Like so. And then you take the crane arm, and this peg goes in this hole. It keeps doing that, keeps falling down on me. It's a little stiff, that joint. And then you rotate the arm round. Actually, sorry, it should be that way. And then that hook. And there you have the, I don't know what that is, construction mode. Yeah, why not? Why not? And just for fun, because I don't have the complete thing, there's his original Micromaster. Originally the trailer, I believe, transforms into something similar, but I only have this bit. But that said, it does actually quite work. You could just, you could have him coming down that ramp there. And then I've got a modern Micromaster. I suppose you can just, well, I mean, it's a toy, isn't it? So it's supposed to. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool little alt mode. I guess after this review, I'm probably never going to put him back in this mode. So yeah, I mean, it's quite nice though. Like I say, if you do have the Micromasters, you can put them on, and if you wanted to, you could have I don't know. Let's bring in Rung. You could have him botting that bit there. That's like crane's in his face now. And let's have Sizzle. Let's have Sizzle just attacking the base there. And we've got a Micromaster coming in to help, and an old school bot just for fun. There we go. Yeah, it's fun if you've got kids and you want to play with it. I think that's quite cool. And of course, you can hook these pieces up anywhere that it's got one of these sort of tab connectors on. You can hook it up to your other bases and anything that's got that connector. So yeah, it's quite nice. And let me just move these out of the way for a minute. There isn't really much in the way of articulation in this mode. Obviously you can still move the crane part. So anything that you could do with that in the robot mode, you can still do with it now. And the ramps move. Well, the ramp moves, and that's basically it. I don't think that, no, that doesn't rotate. So yeah, it's quite nice. It's all right. It's different from all the others, you know, because it's not a vehicle. Obviously, it's not a vehicle. So it has some value for being, different from the rest. You can put that wherever you like. Yeah, it's quite a nice little alt mode. Now you can also attach him to your other figures. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to pause the video for a minute because I actually didn't do this before I started up again. I meant to and I forgot. So I'm going to pause for a minute and then I'll come straight back. Alright, so basically the instructions do this with Wheeljack, but I've got Cog to hand, so we'll do it with him because it's pretty much the same. There are 2 extra modes. Well, I mean, I hesitate to call one of them a mode, to be honest, but in the instructions, for reasons known only to Hasbro, they have suggested you do this. So you take the foot piece and you put these pieces, you fold this out, and you put these 2 pieces together, and you get this. And that's literally all it shows. That's all it shows in the instructions. I have absolutely no idea what the point in this is, other than for just to have a MicroMaster drive over. It doesn't say any. Look, I'll show you. Look. Those bits go together, clip them together, and they do absolutely nothing. Oh, I missed a bit out, but I mean, it doesn't matter, because what's the point in that? Because then it just goes on to show you what to do with the other mode. That Alright, I'll put it in anyway for sake of doing what it says in the instructions. Let's put it in and see if that makes any more sense. No, it's just a slightly longer, floppier bridge. Why? What? Why? Why is this a thing in the instructions? That makes no sense. Anyway, right. That daft thing aside, let's do this. So basically, you start off from where you were when you were going to put him into his construction site bit. So that's the pieces as they are. So what you're supposed to do here is you lift these up like so. Move these out of the way, and then each one of these goes on a foot. So that goes up under there. The same this side. And then those bits fold up like so, something like that. So you have that. And then you take these pieces, I'm just moving further back, and you put these 2 together. And the connection for this seems a bit strange to me. The instructions seem to say that it just plugs onto the arm, and that might be the case with Wheeljack, but mine's upstairs, so I just thought I'd do it with Cog because he's here. But I've just put one of these down, and then you can put it into his arm. Like so, and that is going to make a shield of sorts. Might work better actually. Let's try it the other way, as then it's more in front of him. Yeah, that's better. We put that up like that. Just push into the back, and then you take this and you fold the claw piece out. And this is one bit I actually do quite like. You bring this peg out here, and then this will go into a port on his other arm, and I do quite like that. I don't really care for the weaponizer gimmick in general, but that does look quite cool, and he also looks like a Constructicon like that. So. And then we swing him around to the back, and you take this arm and you fold it out and up. And you swing this peg around, and then this will go in one of his ports on his back. And then the idea is that you then take this plugs in here. So if it was on Wheeljack, it would be over his shoulder, but it's a bit further over on Cog. We'll just we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Let's just move the camera up a bit. And then the gun is supposed to also plug somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure how this is supposed to go either, because it says to plug it in, it says to leave it like this and then plug it in here, but there's no port for it to go in. so I don't know. And I tried putting it in this hole here, but it's a bit tight, because that's a screw hole. It's not a proper port, so it'll go in, but it's really tight. So if you really wanted it up there, you could do that. And he's supposed to look something like that. Yeah, it's okay. I like this. Don't really care for the rest of it. But as I said at the top of this review, I bought it for the robot mode because I did quite like the robot mode. And I'd already got this. I'd already got this in a bunch of stuff that I bought at the beginning of the year, and I just thought it'd look cool to have the bigger version of it. So let's get it all back off and put him back into his robot mode. Just pop cog out of the way. So it's really easy just to put him back. It's not going to take long. Yeah, like I said, he was on offer, so he was $12.99. I wouldn't have paid the $17 for him that they were asking at the beginning of the year. But yeah, $12.99 I think is a decent price because you get quite a lot of bot, and there's a lot of play value with this guy as well. You know, he's if you've got kids that are into this line, then it's there's a lot you can do. You know, it's definitely worth thinking about, especially, you know, this time of the year, and you know, you're looking for something to keep your kids occupied on Christmas Day. You know, one of these, a couple of other bots if they already have them, and yeah, I think this could have a lot of play value, but that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm too old for toys. Oh, never too old for toys. Never too old for toys. So there you go. There he goes back pretty easily there. So let's just turn it around. Oh, there you go. That is Ironworks. And yeah, I don't like this waist joint. That's the only thing that really bothers me about this. I don't like the way that waist joint works. But otherwise, he's a decent figure. I do quite like him. So there you go. That was a quick look at that. Hope you've enjoyed this review, and hopefully you'll join me again in the future. Until then, thanks for watching and goodbye.
Fingers on plastic.